Yep, that's what he said.
He's working out and squatting, and he hasn't finished his rehab.
Don't care about that back, right? Or knees. What's up, everybody? Big Herc, Prison Talk Live. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Got to do some halfway normal stuff in your life. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe, hit the like button. Make sure you're supporting our Patreon. You know, we're doing some big things over there. We're working on actually doing a whole fresh out like build out as far as like for you guys could build to come and be able to learn everything from music production, video production, trades, welding, mechanics, construction. We're going to build a fresh out facility once we get enough people to subscribe to our Patreon and we can secure location. It's going to be big, bro. We're going to allow everybody who's a member of our Patreon to access the fresh out facility for free. So make sure you sign up for our Patreon and support. And we want to be able to get back to you guys, and we can give you really raw content over there, uncut, without all the bull. So support our Patreon. Also check out our site, freshoutseries.com. We got some cool stuff. We got some cool merch. We're working on a couple interesting giveaways. So make sure you guys subscribe to our website, freshoutseries.com, and support. We're also going to be kicking off the interviews again, and we should have some really good interviews coming up for you guys real soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned and, keep in touch, because we want to make sure you guys don't miss out on these great interviews. Also support Big Herc 916, YouTube, Patreon. I'm all about the positivity and motivation over there, so you guys go over there and check it out and support. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, man, let's get this thing cracking. So what's on your mind today? What do we got going on? I'm going to do all the shout outs at the end. You know, I like to keep you laced up over on Big Herc 916. All about that motivation and positivity. Kind of interesting things going around. You know, a lot of things. The main thing is you guys don't react. Use your head before you act on stuff. Can you speak on subliminal messages and the normalization of temperature checks and masks making us unable to breathe? Yeah, man. You know, there's a lot of brainwashing, actually, like subliminally programming going on right now. When you go to the mall, I went to the mall the other day, and every couple of minutes they'll say something about social distancing. They'll say something about Corona. You know, this stuff is, man, it's powerful stuff. It's a lot of mind control stuff. It's a lot of things that are conditioning you to react a certain way. I mean, the whole thing about life is having, being able to, smile at somebody, to talk to people, to see your lips moving. And it's a lot of weird stuff out there now, man. So just be conscious, of your actions. And when you communicate with people, man, I mean, a lot of people, damn, you people took it for granted, being able to smile. You got people taking pictures with masks on. I wouldn't. Why? What's the point? You know what I mean? If you're going to take a picture of you. Don't nobody want to see you with a mask on. We already know what they're trying to, have people do. And it's not a law. But, dude, I don't want to see a picture with your mask on. It looks stupid. I've seen stats about reoffending going on in NYC, a very high number of convicts released from coronavirus going back. Yeah, you're going to have, you got ignorant people, man. Some people they shouldn't be on the streets. They're institutionalized. They don't have any sense. So, if you guys look at history, you might look back during Russia, during communism, when they released all the prisoners there. and they went through, man, and they ravaged the towns, And the thing is, I'm not saying the situation here, because I know some good people who are getting out possibly because of the situation, but you got to have your mind in the right place. And a lot of people, they may not have gotten their mind right. You have a lot of people, man, that just, whether they're locked up or free, are just whacked out in the head, man. Iron Jumpman, what's up, man? Thank you for the donation. Big Herc, I remember you said you had a fiance before you went in. Would she still be the type you'd wife now if you were single? No. You got to have somebody who will help hold you down, somebody who will have your back. And I mean, you can't expect somebody at the same time to sit around for you for 10 years. You got to live your life. And when you get out of prison, naturally, you're not going to want to, have sex with the same ass every day. And just realistically, man, you got a lot of fantasies, man, a lot of stuff that went through your mind. You got to get it out your system. You know what I mean? You got to get out there and have your fun. So that's the reality of it. So there's got to be some type of understanding there. But, you got to, a lot of these females out here now, man, they wouldn't be around if you got picked up for a DUI. They would take off. So, watch out, man. A lot of these females, they're not cut like that. Cuervo, what's up, man? I see you, man. What do you think about 35 million to Black Lives Matter, but only 200,000 directly goes to it? The rest goes to Act Blue, Super PAC. Hey, man, I try to lace people up on that, man. A lot of people got mad. They said I should stick to prison stuff and working out. They don't want to hear anything that makes them question their reality. They think just because somebody went to prison, you can't talk about politics, you can't talk about finance, you can't talk about business. Man, that whole BLM, that's a scam, man. That's a Democratic scam. They're taking that money and they're using it for their convention. They're using it for their election, man. I mean, all you got to do is do the research. 200,000 out of 35 million? Come on, man. They're using this whole thing right now as a way for them to get money and votes. I'm just keeping it real, man. Money and votes. Bogdan Komlik, thank you for the donation. Thank you, brother. You're a force for good. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. But a lot of people, man, especially a lot of black people got mad at me when I started putting it out there about Black Lives Matter, man. They're not, dude, that whole movement right now has been hijacked by the Democratic Party to finance their campaign. Wake up, man. Wake up. You see what's going on. You see that garbage they got in Seattle right now. And all those kids, all you guys, anybody, I hope none of you guys did any of the looting, any of the arson stuff. You guys are catching cases. All you guys that think you were robbing and stealing and beating up people, dude, karma's a mug. You're not gonna just get away from that and think that you're gonna go happily ever after and that you got away with something. You will get punished. The feds will come after you. If you were brandishing a firearm, walking around, trying to be some type of militant, and you're not authorized by the government, you're going down. BLM is run by the same dude that runs the news stations. Of course. People don't want to hear the truth. They get mad, man. And it's sad, but it's real. Look at old videos of Biden with the head of the Klan. Biden passed the Crime Control Act, which locked up more blacks and minorities than anybody else in history. So wake up. Wake up, man. You know what I mean? It's all you got to do is open your eyes. Look at the history. You guys got to pay attention, man. Don't let these people trick you. Read about the history. Somebody right here, Soros backs all that stuff. Straight garbage. What do I think about the Jews? Well, you got different kinds. You got Jews who aren't part of the Zionist movement, and you got, those who are just doing their thing, man. But I can tell you one thing, that the ones at the top, who have a certain mind frame or running a lot of what you see going on. They're playing both sides. Do your homework. I told you guys, protocols of Zion. You know, if you're not part of the clique, man, you're goy. You know, it's you know, the music industry has been hijacked, and if you look at what's going on, I bet you a lot of those people are invested in prisons. That's why we see a lot of what we see, man. You guys don't be a puppet. Don't be a puppet, man. But do your homework. Read up on like a lot of what's going on in the movement, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to discriminate against anybody. I got Jewish friends that are cool dudes, but then there are people who look at certain people a certain way, and that's, you know, it's not even at that point about race. It's about a viewpoint. So when you get to a certain topic, people will think, oh man, these guys are racist. Look, man, if a person is racist, why even mess with them? You can't convince a person who is racist to not be racist. You're born, you don't even know what racism is. You don't know what skin color is. You don't know what any of that is. So when you have people who do blackface, people who do these different types of racial actions, man, this like, look at them like you're an ignorant person. Those people don't even deserve your attention, man. You know, unless they touch you, man, just let them be. They're not even worth the time. They want you to feed in their misery because they don't have nothing going on. But to be real, that dude probably wants you to bust his wife's cheeks. Friendly YouTube friend Junko, thank you for the donation. I'll send more when I get back to work. Excellent videos, my friend. Hey man, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. What do you think about Isaac Cappy, the guy who got killed by Tom Hanks' crew? Hey man, I watched some stuff on Isaac Cappy, and hey, dude, I told you before, there's a lot of stuff in Hollywood that's gonna come out. So, you know, I'm not gonna get into the whole conspiracy thing because a lot of people get mad when I start talking about that. But do your homework, man. When what's dark comes to light, a lot of people are gonna run like roaches, try to hide in the dark again. Billy Maldonado, thank you for the donation. One self-educated man, the brothers have to listen to this man. Hey man, I appreciate you, bro. You know, you can't, you know, a lot of times, man, you can't judge a book by its cover, and you never could judge the messenger. You can learn from anybody, man. It's not about what race you are. You know, I have, you know, I've said it before, man. I mean, I got white people in my family, but it's not even about white people. It's just people, man. So it has nothing to do with race. At the end of the day, it's who has your back. And a lot of times, people on the other side are also people that can be allies to you to help you get past a lot of the issues you're dealing with on the other side. So we got to work together, man. We got to look at the big picture. Detective Doodoo, welcome to the Wig Splitter crew. Thoughts on Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben? We already know that's some dumb stuff, dumb shit. I don't even pay attention to it. Like I said, man, if a person is racial, dude, as long as you don't touch me, I don't care how you feel, man. You know, I'm not going to try to convince you. If you're that ignorant, you need to just go be ignorant by yourself, man. Hollywood is filled with degenerates. Yes, it is. It's a lot of sewage in Hollywood, man. A lot of stuff that if people knew about it, they wouldn't want to be involved with it. Unity and positivity will kill their narrative. That's right. They want to keep everybody divided. They want to have everybody hating each other. Man, don't wait. It's not worth the energy, bro. Not worth the energy. Herc, what do you say for people not to listen to you because of your past? Hey, man, free will. I'm not making anybody watch my channel. I'm not making anybody listen to my narrative. Dude, if you want to not listen because you want to judge me, but I'll tell you right now, at least I'm real with mine. I don't pretend to be self-righteous. You got all these self-righteous people, they talking all this. You mean to tell me they don't like to lick booty? They don't like to eat coochie? They don't like to bust cheeks? All these self-righteous people? Man, come on, bro. Let's keep it real, you guys. Everybody give yourself a round of applause because we know at the end of the day that everybody likes sex, you know, when it's consensual, and you're supposed to have a man and a woman enjoy each other. So if you act all self-righteous, like you've never done anything, you never looked at another woman, you never fantasized about somebody else, then you lying to yourself. And all those religious people are usually the biggest ones. They're the worst people, man. So I don't pay them no mind, man. You don't like me, I don't have to like you. Plain and simple, man. Would there be white allies in prison version of BLM? I have no idea, man. I don't really know what you mean by that. What do you think of them wanting to cancel Paw Patrol? I don't know what that is. Yeah, man. Self-righteous people, man. They can go. You know what they can do. With TD Jakes, a con artist. Yep. I'm not even gonna speak on that other dude, bro. He's already got enough publicity, man. I'm not gonna even entertain that cat. David Diaz, thank you for the donation, brother. Appreciate you, man. Stay laced up. Positivity, motivation. Some people just want to stay ignorant, and the worst part is they get mad at you for changing your mindset. That's right. See, people are so stupid, man. Some people, they think that, man, you go to prison, you should never have a car, you should never be successful, you should be miserable, you should never have an opinion, you shouldn't be able to vote, you shouldn't be able to talk politics. Man, shut the hell up, man. Is there any history books that I recommend? Yeah, man, read books. Read about anything you could read about, like ancient civilizations. Like if you want to go really deep as far as like a lot of what came from like ancient Africa, and then if you want to talk about American politics, read about like the real, Republican movement. Read about like the culture. There was a lot of stuff about like the Irish, the blacks, the Italians, a lot of things, a lot of, how they separated us by class eventually, how racism came into play. There's a lot of things, man, that school books are garbage. They don't tell you this. So you got to do your own homework, but there's a lot of stuff out there. You got to search. I'll see if I can come up with a book list that kind of breaks down more or less American history. I like I said, the Harem Key is good. That's more spiritual though, and secret society stuff. As far as history books, I'll come up with a list, man, of some stuff I think that it will be interesting for you guys. It's been a while because, like I said, I read a lot of books in prison. You want to read some good autobiographies, man. Read about the history of some of these politicians, but you got to read the unauthorized version, not the one that they wrote, but the one that was written by other people. What do you think about them dropping the sledgehammer on Atlanta cops? I didn't hear about that. I know somebody quit or got fired. Herc, I looked up the Vatican, like you said, and they made a deal with Hitler and were created by Benito Mussolini. Yeah, I told you, as far as the Vatican, bro, look up the Black Pope. Look up who that person is, man. That's who really runs the Vatican. They got a lot of stuff going on over there, man. But read up on the Black Pope. You can find him on the internet, and it'll put you up on a lot of game. Also, Behold the Pale Horse, man. It's an old book. I mean, it's been around for ages. A lot of history, a lot of stuff in that book, man. You can get the audio version, but Behold the Pale Horse, it will blow your mind, and it will talk about everything from silent weapons to quiet wars to the Bohemian Grove to secret societies to martial law. It's going to talk about everything on there. Check it out. It's everybody, and anybody in the USP has read it. So it's around. Muse King, thank you for a donation. Long time lurker on this channel. Thank you for educating those who lurk this channel to avoid catching cases, being smart, and showing us the realities of being locked up. Love from the 949 OC. All right, shout out to you, bro. OC, man. I got love for the OC, man. We used to spend a lot of time in Huntington. Got some good friends in Westminster. Went to Marina. So man, yeah, man, the OC, man. It's the OC bubble, bro. It's definitely a different. It's a different mindset out there, man. And they go hard in the paint. It might be, you might think about surfers, but OC, man, is one of the first counties to push the no mask and basically protest about not being able to go to the beach. So shout out to the OC. LMZ Moto, thank you for the donation. My mom and I watch your vids on Big Herc 916 together. Hey man, thank you for support, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bro. I appreciate all the support you guys give me over there. Like to keep it positive. I be ripping them. Thank you for the donation. I'm not going to read the response though. You're an American. The whole felon thing should be left at the gate. I agree, man. I mean, dude, I first and foremost, I mean, I learned a lot about myself, and I messed up, bro. I mean, I did something that, it constituted getting locked up. I don't blame the police for my actions. Nobody, made me go rob a bank. I decided to do it, and I did it. I made a terrible mistake, and I learned from it. I took that opportunity. I learned about the law. I educated myself, and now I'm trying to tell you guys out here, all the tough guy gangster stuff is bullshit. When you see people doing this dumb anarchy stuff, they need their wig split. And at the end of the day, man, you gotta have order. You can't have people with no type of social rules or any type of basically balance of power, man. You gotta have people, but the people who do this, they gotta be able to relate to the community and feel like the community wants them there. So I think one of the biggest things is the relationship with the people who have the gun and the people who don't have the gun. And that gap needs to be definitely crossed. It needs to be filled in, because that's one of the major problems that we're having right now is the lack of communication. And there's a lot of other just social issues, man, that need to be addressed. But it all falls back on communication. And if you have issues with other people because of their skin color, you shouldn't be in a position of power. Chris Fallon, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Big Herc, for all your positivity and advice. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, I think that it's horrible when you have so much ignorance, and it all boils down to sitting down and having a sensible conversation and getting whatever you have to discuss off your chest, and not acting like a little bitch. Herc, do you agree that African Americans and Native Americans should be called natives and Africans because we did come to America willingly? Look, man, the whole African American, you're an American, bro. You're African, but most of us never been to Africa. Second, third fourth, fifth generation. So if you want to trace your ancestors, okay, I understand that. But right now, as Americans, as blacks, we can't even stick together. We don't even know how to act around one another without wanting to hurt each other and then not talk about it. So as blacks, period, over here, and whereas people, we need to address a lot of the issues in our communities. Then we need to go about letting these people know that we ain't with the bullshit. But, it's hard to try to consolidate people for a common cause when a lot of people don't care. So a lot of people don't care about the violence because it doesn't affect them. So, it's all, it is a construct of the fake. When they started saying black, white, Mexican, Native American, okay, Mexico is Mexico, you got people, but at the end of the day, if people learn how to communicate and not judge each other because of a race or because of a quote unquote a stigma, like what they've been told, because until you talk to somebody, you can't say all white people are the same, all black people are the same, all Mexican people. No, you can't categorize everybody, and you can't say everybody is in a position because of something that happened years ago. A lot of people have not wanted to change, and they don't have people showing them how to change. A lot of people when, given the opportunity, maybe they would take advantage of the opportunity. But you have to be presented with that opportunity, and you have to be able to see there is an opportunity. So that's the major problem, man, is a lot of people have not left their little area to get out into the world to see what else is out there. Therefore, before they even have an opportunity to live, they die. They die right down the street. Young kids, young people, young adults, they don't even get out and get to live life, man, because they're caught up. They're caught up on something that has no value. I be ripping them. Thanks for the donation. No, I'm not going to hit no lick, bro. You can go hit a lick by yourself. Having a white wife has nothing to do with playing into my thoughts, bro. David Williams, I grew up around a multicultural environment. Maybe you have issues, or you think that people based on the skin color, it makes you some kind of way, but I don't even know, that doesn't even make sense what you just said right there. So, I mean, as a little kid, when you were a little kid, 4 or 5 years old, or 2 years old, still shitting in your diaper, I told you that somebody had a different color, is that when you became ignorant? Does ignorance set in when somebody tells you, or is it you born ignorant? You tell me. Yes, ignorance at the highest level, you're right. Because you take 2 kids and you hold each kid's hand and you show kids love. They don't care if you're caring for that child. They don't care what color you are as long as you show them love. So once you start bringing hate and fear into the program, that's when racism is introduced in the school system. To be honest with you, that's when it first starts showing up, racism, and then you come back and then your parents feed. Imagine sometimes color and white water fountains existed. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to imagine, but then again, you go to some places. Look, man, I grew up in California, which is, very liberal, and, racism here is not in your face, but it's through sports. It's through dating. It's through maybe how certain things are set up in the classroom. So they don't tell you they don't like you in your face, but you go to Texas, you go to some of these other states, they'll tell you, hey, man, I don't mess with black people. You'll get it right to your face. So that's the difference. California, the racism is under the blanket, where in some of these other states is right on top of the blanket, and you can see it before it comes. And that's the difference. But at the end of the day, it's a bunch of ignorance, man. Most of those people, if they got to know you and if they hung out with you, they wouldn't even think like that. But they've been taught to be ignorant. So there's a bunch of ignorant fools. I.B. Queefa, thank you for another donation, man. I'm not going to read your dumb comments, though. Check out Disaster's interview on B Real's podcast a few days ago. Drop gems you would appreciate. Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. You ready for the revolution? United States taking the world. I think a lot of the people, and this is another thing. Who are we going to take to court if we're going to say we're going to bring charges against the United States? I'll tell you right now, the people who've been in office the longest, who haven't changed anything, you need to go holler at them. Nancy Pelosi, 30 years. Maxine Waters, 40 years. Biden, 40-something years. Dianne Feinstein. What have these people done? How have they helped black people? How have they helped minorities? How have they helped anybody but the rich? They're the only ones getting rich off of this. They laughing, bro. They clowning every day. They clowning. So when you guys talk about these politicians and bringing charges and making somebody accountable, you need to go holler at you need to go and basically get at your local representatives and let them know how you feel, man. Because the only thing people recognize is financial. You hit them in the pocketbook, and that's when they start thinking twice. But you got to be organized. Juro, I'm going to do a shout out to all the people who donated tonight. Iron Jump Man, thank you. Gerard Tellys, thank you. Yeah, you guys are still fighting to reopen the gyms. That's crazy, man. They don't want you to be healthy. They don't want you to be working out. Dude, you could go to Walmart and Target and COVID can't. COVID, it doesn't know how to, it won't attack you there. But if you go to the gym, it will attack you. If you go get your nails done and your feet done, The COVID is very sneaky. It might get on your feet. But then if you go to Lowe's or if you protest, COVID stays away. If you go to the beach and you go to the water, COVID can surf. So COVID can ride in the wind. But if you go into a grocery store, COVID can hang out and get in your mouth. Man, shut the hell up with this. This is all garbage, bro. These people got people. It's a cold game, bro. Bogdan Komlik, thank you for the donation. Friendly YouTuber, Billy Maldonado, Detective Doodoo, Alex Starvo, thank you, man. What do you think about Cops and Live PD being canceled? I don't think anything about it. I never watched those shows, and Cops is garbage to me. Seeing a bunch of people get their constitutional rights violated, and a bunch of people they know are drug addicts, that doesn't represent a good look on America. Garbage. David Diaz, thank you. Muse King, thank you, man. LMZ Moto, I be ripping them. Chris Fallon, Quad X, thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. I be ripping them. Thank you, man. Gabe, thank you, bro. Yeah, they signed a crime control bill to create private prisons. Thank Joe Biden for that. Thank the Democrats for all the private prisons. Ask them why they want to keep those going. Ask them why they they get all the support. They're all rolling with the KKK, as far as where it originally stems from, and why Biden, one of his good friends, is the head of one of the KKK. Go ask Biden that. Because if you ain't black if you don't vote for Biden. Are you looking for investors for the Fresh Out facility? If so, how can I donate directly? You can donate directly to Fresh Out through our PayPal, freshoutseries@gmail.com. Also, you can go to the website, freshoutseries.com. And yeah, man, our goal, if we can reach our goal by October, and get at least, 100,000 of you guys or 200,000 of our subscribers to subscribe to our Patreon. We can get a bomb-ass location. We can do a build-out. And like I said, we can have a facility where young people can come and learn. You guys can learn everything from personal training. You could work out. You could do music production, video production, learn how to do silk screening. We can do art there. We can have people learning auto mechanics, welding, plumbing, construction. We have all these different avenues, man. We got to make a difference. These people aren't going to do it for us. And a lot of this stuff on YouTube is clown stuff, bro. As long as you act stupid, everybody thinks you're cool. Well, I'm tired of people being stupid all the time. You know what I mean? You could be intelligent too, man, and still be cool. You don't have to do stupid stuff every day for people to like you. And, if you can learn something and you can take that skill and become an independent, independently financially wealthy, then, hey, man, we would like to give back. And that's what we're about. So you guys support us on our Patreon, man. And, we're going to get this out here. You said we all have a version of the show Cops in every county. And it doesn't make the state look bad, but Cops never made the states look bad. Well, if you like Cops, watch it. I don't watch cop shows, bro. I got a good friend, he's a cop, and I think as far as having an interaction and to show more community rather than showing like the negative, showing more community outreach stuff is a better look, in my opinion, man. That's one of the things where if we had a program like that, we wouldn't have a lot of the hatred. Because I know people plenty, when they see, everybody gets nervous. Most people aren't excited, man, when they see, and like I said, I don't find anything entertaining about people doing dumb shit, personally. Joseph Davis, scheming politicians inflating the virus numbers. I agree, man. Let's do the shout outs. Time to get the shout outs in. I don't watch other prison shows on YouTube. I only watch car and entrepreneurial stuff. I watch motivational stuff. I don't watch any other prison show on YouTube. I don't care to hear what they got to say about prison. All right, man. Yeah, let's get the shout outs in. Shout out to New Zealand. Shout out to Irvine, California. Austin, Texas. Shout out to Coachella, Bay Area, Bozeman, Montana, Santa Rosa. Oh, Santa Rosa, I went to junior college there. Placentia, California. Shout out to the Irvine, 864, South Carolina. San Bernardino, North Jersey. San Diego, Florida. Wendy's, Georgia. Huntington Beach. Santa Rosa again, Virginia, Akron, Ohio. Clearwater, Florida. France, Kansas, 916, Placentia, California, West Auckland, Milestone, Montana, Chatsworth, the Wood, okay, where was that? Lavon, Texas, Memphis, North Highlands in the house, Sano, Mar Vista, 704, New Jersey. London. All right, y'all. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Rockville, Maryland, Atlanta, 404, Toronto, Canada, Dallas, Texas, New York, Tampa Bay, Florida, Palestine, Little Rock. Hey, man, tune in next week. Love to hear from you. Stay positive, be safe out there, and avoid the drama and shake the bullshit. Big Herc 916, fresh out.